So good morning, students. Today I will be going with the next tokens of Java, and today I will be discussing a very important part of your Java's data types. And yesterday we have seen the some different things of tokens, Java tokens, within that one keywords as well as identifiers and as well as literals. Literals are the values which are assigned to a variable. Identifiers are the variables which are assigned at the time of either they will be static or dynamic. Reserved words are having some common meaning which we can't change them, and you should have to define those all the things in a form of small case letters. So I'll be going with the next statements of your what Java, that is data types. You are going to have two different types of data types here. One is nothing but called as a primary data type, and another one is called as a non-primitive data type. That Java supports different eight primitive data types called as byte, short, int, long, double, float, char, and boolean. These eight data types are further classified into four groups. They are: one is integer, rational numbers are nothing but called as a floating point values, characters, as well as in boolean. As you have seen in your C programming language, integer is nothing but called as a non-fractional value, or which is going to accept only the non-decimal values. We can call them as integers. Rational numbers are floating point numbers, which includes the rational numbers or relational numbers which are going to access with decimal point and fractional part of values. We can call them as floating point values or floating point numbers. And whatever the floating point numbers you wanted to declare or assign can be defined with using float. Characters can be a single character or it can be a multiple characters. Those multiple characters also called as strings. And you will be having another set of data type called as boolean, which is going to make a conditional statement, and the boolean will be accepting with only two different types of values. They are called as true as well as false. One is true, another one is false, as shown in the table. Just you can see here a table has been shown to you how actually the byte information is going to accept. Byte contains the signed integer. Default value you can access with 0. Size can be in a form of 8 bits, means 8 characters or 8 single values, or 1 byte. Byte can be defining upon the RAM capacity. If the RAM capacity is going to be 128, 256, or 512, or 1 GB, like that, on that basis the size of the byte will be decided, and the range of byte will be in the form of minus 27 to 27 minus 1, or minus 128 to 127 range, plus 127 range. Like that way, the short is the next particular part of your type, that is data type, which is going to accept with signed integer of bits, 16 bits or 2 byte values, which are going to range from minus 215 to 215 minus 1, or minus 32,768 to plus 32,767. Range means you can define that values in between of that one. The declaration of values should not be like 32,000, like that. You can define within that particular range, we can say. Then you're going to have a int. Int is going to accept with the integer of signed, and it will be of 32 bits or 4 bytes. You can understand now how actually the bytes are increasing in different values, and it is going to range from minus 231 to plus 231 minus 1, or to 21 47 48 36 48 to plus of 21 47 48 36 47. The ranges you can define, means what you can understand from this one here, the data type is varying from one type to another type. And lastly, you are going to have with long. Long is going to accept with how many bits? 64 bits or 8 bits of values, which is going to range from minus 263 to 263 minus 1, or 92 23 32 20 36 85 47 55 808 to plus of 92 23 30 37 20 36 85 47 55 807. So as comparing to the part from byte to short, short to int to long, you are defining the values in different categories. So he is going to say that integer can be accepted with whole number without any fractional point. It can hold whole numbers such as 196 minus 30 52 4036 etc. Java supports the different 5 different types of integers what you have seen now. That is, integer can be of byte, can be of short, can be int, can be long, like that way. And hence, going with this integer, we can define a lot of informations. And we'll be going with a rational or a floating point data type, which is going to include the whole numbers containing the decimal point and as well as fractional part, such as 36.74. Before to the point, we can call that one as whole number. After the decimal point, you are going to have 74, that is called as fractional part. And it can also be assigned with minus 23.95, which is known as a floating point constants. Therefore, there are two different types of floating point storage. One is called as float, another one is called as double. And the contains size as well as range is going to be as usual of integer. And you're going to have the next statement, that is character data type. It is used to store character constants in memory. Java supports a character data type called as char, whose type consumes a size of 2 bytes but can hold only a single character. Every 2 bytes of values you are going to store with a single character. If you wanted to define only single character, for example, you can say char s is equal to single quote c. So that is nothing but called as that c is going to hold the size of 16 bits or 2 bytes of values. So these are the three different types of informations you are going to have here. Then lastly, we can go for Boolean data type, which is used to test a particular condition during program execution. Boolean variables can take either true or false, as already had been said. Boolean is going to accept with only one bit of value. One bit means only one character, that is either true or a false for your Boolean type of value, where integer is going to vary from in short to byte, byte to long to integer. And floating point is going to vary from float to double. Character is going to vary from single character to multiple characters if you are going to define with string values. But here Boolean type is going to accept only one single character, that is true or a false. And he has been defined with a simple example here. You just see that one. All the different types are used here. Byte is a data type which is defined with a variable name called as byte var is equal to 5. Short variable is equal to 20. Int variable is equal to 30. Long variable is equal to 60, and float variable is equal to 20. He has defined with only whole number. You can define with whole number. If you want to define only whole numbers, then the fractional part will be carried out in a form of zeros. So double variable is equals to 20.123, and you just see comparing to the above data types, Boolean is going to accept with only true or a false. Whatever the thing you wanted to display, you can go for it. You can declare them. And char is equal to, you are accessing with a single character, but it is going to be stored in 2 bytes of values or 16 bits of information. And hence he is going to display those all the informations as it is shown in the output. Value of a byte, what you have defined here, 5, it is displayed. And short, you are going to have a 20. And you are going to have value of integer variable is 30. Value of long is 60. And float value you have defined with 20, but it is accepted with 20.0. As I already said that after the point, if there is no any value, it will be considered as 0. Then value of a double variable is 20.123. Yes, 100% has been declared as 20.123 as an assignment value to the float variable. Then you are going to have the value of Boolean variable is true. As you are defined here true, it will be defining true here. So from this one, what you can understand by the example means how we can declare the variables in C Same way we can define the variables within the Java also. There is no any differences, only the part here you're going to have over there. The usage of data types are same, declaration is same, and the and the assignment of the value literal values to the variables are same, but using them are different from C to Java. Over there you're going to display by using with a printf, here you're going to use with system.out.println. So this is nothing but called as what, different data types what you're going to have within the Java. So I am going to end the class today here itself. Another one point I wanted to suggest to you, that if you want to find any doubts, please clarify those all the things after seeing the videos, and compulsorily each and everyone should have to watch the videos, understand the concepts, and let me know the problems what you're going to have. Thank you very much.